Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, June 3rd, 2016. And as you can see, it's raining out. No surprise there. It's going to rain all day today. Tomorrow will be cloudy, but mostly dry. And then heavy rain and thunderstorms for Sunday. Like I said, this entire year has been nothing but rain. Let's get started with today's eBay video because we have a lot of ground to cover. We're going to do a rehash on last week's video with some discussion about your concerns. And we're also going to talk about the eBay New York City Meetup that I attended on Wednesday night. I have a lot to tell you about that I think you guys will find interesting. You'll notice I do not have the whiteboard behind me because the rain would only get it wet. It would get all runny and nasty. So we'll have to do it on the fly this way. First of all, let's go back to last week, if I may. Last weekend. Could you guys tell me how your Memorial Day weekend sales were? And I'll review mine for you. Friday was so-so, lukewarm. Saturday was good. Surprisingly good. Sunday was absolutely awful. I mean, in 24 hours, I think I made one sale. And Monday was okay. Actually, a little better than I would have thought. But Sunday was pitiful. Absolutely awful. All in all, for the 4-day period, I was, of course, slower than I normally would be. I'd like to know how you guys did for the Memorial Day weekend as well. I have been made aware of a glitch on eBay. I first learned about it a couple of days ago on the Facebook groups, and last night, Thursday night, I finally started reading my Crazy New York Driver mail, and there was a message from Blue Llama Pilot, eBay store guy, who also has the same complaint, and I've checked into this, and it's verified. A lot of us, I don't know if it's happening all across the board, are experiencing the fact that our item details and catalog details are gone from our listings if you view on a laptop. Now, Blue Llama Pilot eBay store guy wrote me a letter last night, so I used his account as a test account. I went on using my laptop, and sure enough, all his item details were gone. His catalog details were nowhere to be found. But, as he claims, if you search with your iPhone, everything shows up. Which is weird, and it concerns me. I'll tell you why it concerns me. I've noticed the last 3 or 4 days, sales have been a lot slower than usual. So, if you guys have noticed, in the last 3 or 4 days, your sales are slower than usual, I would directly attribute it to this glitch. So guys, first, a very important question. Have you guys noticed in the last 3 or 4 days your sales are slower? If so, you might want to take the test. Don't do it on your account. Do it on someone else's account. You can do it on mine. You can do it on anyone's. View an account on your laptop and see if the item specifics are missing. The details, the catalog details. Then view the same seller on your iPhone and see if they magically appear again. All right? Check that out and let me know in the comments section below if you've noticed that. In addition, I read your comments on last week's video, and quite a few people wrote in about the guest appearance by a squirrel that seems to be photobombing my videos. Yes, we do have quite a few of them around here, as well as birds and other wildlife. I've been reading that some of you guys have had the same experience I have with what I call the shotgun effect with sales, meaning one day you're booming and the next day you're dead slow. So it's not just me. All in all, I would say I did quite well right up until Labor Day weekend. Then it slowed down, which is to be expected for Labor Day weekend. But ever since Labor Day weekend, it's just been like stuck in the mud type thing. Sales have not really been booming, you know? They've been a lot slower, and it might be due to this glitch that Blue Llama Pilot eBay store guy and a lot of the Facebook groups were discussing. And if that's the case, it's a serious glitch. And it needs to be looked at, needs to be addressed. Now, as you know, Wednesday night, I had a meeting in New York City with Hal Lawton's staff. We had a really good time. My initial idea was to shoot a lot of video and pictures and then post them here and narrate the timeline. But that would take longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about it right now on camera. Then at the end of the video, I will show you a team picture and a little video footage of the event. I think that's better and it's definitely faster for me. So we'll do that. Okay, first of all, who was there? Hal Lawton's personal staff was there. Susie Deering, the Chief Marketing Officer. Bridget Davies, Vice President of eBay Advertising. And Jill Ramsey, Vice President. Now, let me tell you something. These eBay employees were very nice and very friendly and very receptive to our comments and suggestions. There were 7 top-rated sellers that attended the event, along with the eBay employees. And of course, we all contributed certain ideas and suggestions. My assigned topic, as you know, was eBay Motors. However, I did manage to work in some of your guys' suggestions into my field. What I did something nobody else did. I actually wrote out a whole presentation on paper. It was like 3 or 4 pages, and everybody got one, plus a few extras to bring back to San Jose. In the presentation, I outlined all my changes for eBay Motors, and as I said, I included some of your guys' ideas. Even though they didn't affect eBay Motors per se, they did affect eBay and your eBay experience, and I thought they were important enough that they should be included. I'll give you a brief rundown of what I included that I can remember, but I'm sure there's some things I'm going to leave out. With eBay Motors, the chief thing I tried to impress upon these folks were that these China sellers are coming in and saturating the market and killing us. All right? I said there should be a rule, whereas when you're listing your item in eBay Motors, there should be a drop-down menu, all right, where you would click on original equipment, aftermarket, all right? If it's an original equipment part or it's an aftermarket part, you have to classify it. Then as a buyer, when you want to search for an item, let's say 1998 Nissan Sentra hubcaps, you would get a choice, a drop-down menu, original, aftermarket, or both. And the buyer would get to choose what he wants. Because right now, guys, it ain't working. And I explained this in detail to those folks, and they understood. I said, I know what I'm doing. Cars are my business, all right? I know the ins and the outs. But if I type in 1998 Nissan Sentra hubcaps, all I'm getting is this China garbage, and it dissuades people from wanting to purchase on eBay. It's saturated with garbage. There's got to be a way to filter it out. So one of the representatives said, well, Joe, I love this idea. And she starts writing it down, and she goes, but I have one question. Suppose you get a China seller who checks off original equipment even though it's not, you know, a conniver. I said, great, because that leads me into idea number 2. There should be an ad hoc committee for every single eBay category. For instance, eBay Motors. I would love to be a member of an ad hoc committee along with other eBay Motors top-rated sellers who definitely know what they're doing and have proved themselves over the years. When we encounter this kind of thing, with an eBay seller like that breaking the rules, we would report directly to the person in charge and action would be taken against it. In addition, when an eBay buyer opens a case against the seller, we could actually help mediate the case when the person claims item not as described. For instance, if a person sold aftermarket parts and claimed they were real, and the buyer got them, now opens a case saying, well, they're not real, we would look at the case and we have the experience to judge it. Okay? I thought that would be a very great follow-up idea. In addition, I posed many other suggestions about eBay Motors. I talked about the drop-down menu and certain glitches they're having. But I also wanted to address some of your concerns about eBay Core in general. One of the things I talked about was account verification. I think every single account should be verified with proof of a name and address. Every new account should be verified, okay? There's no reason not having verification. Back in the old days, people were making accounts willy-nilly with absolutely no backups, no checks, no nothing. Crazy. Promoted listings. As you guys know, eBay has a feature called promoted listings, whereas you can pay extra to get your item bumped up in search. eBay is really pushing this, and it sounds like a very interesting concept to me, but there's one catch. In all of eBay, there are only 2 categories they do not allow it: business and industry, and eBay Motors parts and accessories. Old Joey is cut out. I said to them, I said, this is freaking wrong. I said, I have over 1,200 items listed in the fixed price category with quantity, with me meaning more than one. I said, I could avail myself of this wonderful program, and you guys are excluding me because I'm an eBay Motors. And they totally understood. They said it's something they're working on and looking into. I can't promise you anything, if anything will come of that, but I just think it's very weird they would exclude eBay Motors. I said to them, I said, over the years, people who sell in eBay Motors feel like the forgotten son, because we're always last to be included or not included at all. Now, I know some of you guys are saying, well, Joe, why are you talking so much about eBay Motors as opposed to eBay Core or jewelry? Because that's my assigned category and that's where I sell. That's what I got to worry about first. We also talked about, in one of my recent videos, I was talking to you guys about shipping supplies. And I said, if any of you guys do not want to use your allotment, please don't let it go to waste. Order your supplies and send them to me. And I would like to thank Jimmy, who did just that. He sent me his supplies. He asked me what I wanted, and I'm going to show you a few other things that I've got now that I haven't had in the past. I ordered these really small boxes here. 6 by 4 by 4. These are good for some little alloy wheel centers. I also ordered these. See these? eBay bags. These are good for shipping things like t-shirts and the like. I didn't have any of these in stock, so now I have them. And Jimmy also sent me some tape from his order. So once again, thank you, Jimmy, for that. And for you guys, remember, take advantage of your shipping supplies. If you really don't want them, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. If you guys have any questions or comments, you could always contact me at crazynewyorkdriver@aol.com. Please contact me that way and no other way, okay? That way and no other way. crazeenydriver@aol.com. It may take me a day or two, or maybe 3, to get back to you, but I certainly will. That's the easiest way for me. Okay? We're going to bring this to a conclusion now, and then we're going to segue into the team picture and the video footage of the event. It's short, but you can see the beautiful skyline, and the restaurant was great. Guys, let me tell you something. We ate at one of the best restaurants in Manhattan. I'm not talking Subway quality here, guys. I'm talking filet mignon this freaking thick. It was great. The whole experience was top shelf. We had a whole entire room rented just for us. We had our own private wait staff. It was the best of the best. Top quality liquor was served. Let me tell you, I went through the bar, because you had to cut through the bar to get to the men's room. And I took a look at the pricing. They were charging $13 for a glass of wine, because this is a high-class establishment. And you know, the bar was freaking booming. At $13 for a glass of wine, I don't even know what a mixed drink cost. The place was doing a phenomenal business, just phenomenal. And like I said earlier, it was not the Subway crowd that was patronizing the place either. Anyway, guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thanks for watching. Hope you find this video helpful. Any questions, comments, concerns, do them below. And I will see you next week. Any chance it'll be sunny out and maybe not raining? I don't think so. Not in the Northeast. Alright, I'm out of here. Check out the footage, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Peace!